Hello and welcome to the video. This is going to be a special edition kind of box opening and extension from Monday Mail and Magazines, as we got a package in from Shawn over at the Scale Model Car Guide channel. This package he sent over is jam-packed full of goodies. I'm super excited to get through them, and I'm going to share them with you guys. This comes via a trade with Shawn and just some gifts. So we'll get into that more as we go. But things I want from you guys, give me some ideas of what you'd like to see me do with some of these kits and cars, as well as maybe help me identify a few of the parts and bits and pieces along the way. But other than that, just enjoy some vintage goodies with me. So let's start her off. First up, we got some of the parts. I got them all kind of laid out as I was looking through them, so I just left them in this kind of tray here to show them off. If you guys can identify any of this stuff, please let me know. Some of it I know and can identify, but I haven't built a lot of these kits, so I've never had first-hand experience with these parts, so they can be kind of foreign to me. But let's go through. I'll start with the glass. This definitely has a kind of Tri-5 era window opening, very chopped look. I'm not familiar. I know I've seen it before, but I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know if that's a Ford or Chevy. Kind of clear rough. If you guys can identify that guy, please let me know. Another one. This has got to be like 67 to 69, like AMT, MPC. They were doing a lot of these glass roof cars. I assume that's where this guy comes from. If you guys can identify that guy, give me a little idea of what to look for. May even add this one into a glass polishing video. Pretty easy one here. I've already done one of those how-to videos. I did, what was that on? The Roadrunner, the USAC Roadrunner. I had to fix a tire burn on that. I recorded the video, but I just never put that out. But maybe we'll add a little bit to it and get that out there for you guys that need to know how to polish and clean up some glass. Moving along, this has got to be from the Monogram 55, like 4-in-1 kit. I'm pretty familiar with that one. This one is a super deep bubble top. It does have a kind of a flat side on one, a little more rounded on the other. It is crazed up quite a bit, but maybe we can use it as a buck to recreate one. If you guys can identify that guy. These ones I think are pretty noticeable. I do believe these are from the Futura kits, the Batmobile car. Over here we got some cool tonneau covers, conversions, pretty cool stuff there. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what everything is for. That definitely looks like a Ford type roof line. Moving along to the front ends. This one's pretty small. If I had to guess, I would say like a Chevy 2. Very small car. It kind of looks like the Chevy 2 Wagon custom front end. Again, not super familiar with everything, especially seeing them kind of on their own. This looks, we'll start with this one. This one actually says SMP in it, and I do believe it is the 61 Corvette. I don't know if this is very similar to that. It does look like the SMP plastic for sure from what I've seen. I do believe this guy is the 49 or 50 Ford front end. Got a random fender in there. Check out kind of some closer look. Obviously some fins, roll pans, front ends. That is clearly a T-Bird. If I can get her to focus, maybe not. A couple of random grills. These I'm not sure of, but they're pretty distinct. If you guys can help me out with those kind of pleated roll pans. And then just a bunch of other smooth roll pans and bumpers. Not really enough definition for me to identify what they could have come from. But that's it for parts. We're not going to spend a whole lot more going through little stuff. We do have, starting off, a bag of tires. The original like AMT early kit tires and wheels. Nice little bag of kind of spares. And here are some kind of more fresh tires, nice white walls there. And we're gonna start moving up into some projects, and here's a good place for you guys to give me some ideas on what to do. Here is a 60 El Camino that somebody desperately needed the roof off of, apparently. I think they took a Sawzall to it and went to town. And we also have a separate front end. I think this is going to tie into something we will see later on. What if you guys have any other interesting ideas for this? They did get pretty far into this, but we do have a good bed floor and tail that maybe we can sacrifice for something. And then we got a bag of windshields and dashes, and I think they go along with these guys. This is a nice park lane, 59 park lane. We got our bumpers, missing some lights there, but busted up windshield, pretty rough body to try to restore, but perfect for me. Something I can chop up, try to make into a cool custom. Maybe we use one of those tonneaus or bubble top. We'll try to make something cool out of it. If you guys have any cool ideas, something you want to see me do, by all means, let me know. Hit me up in the comments, email, whatever. Moving on to the last guy in this little box. We got another Ford Park Lane, moved up a year to 1960. We just lost its front bumper. But again, we do have, bumpers, at least a nice starting point to create something cool. This body is pretty good, other than kind of missing its windshield frame. But again, no windshield frame. We can do a bubble top or do something cool and custom with. Clean up and move on. Alright, we've got a box, Monogram 59 Impala. And it looks like we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got a couple of different variances. Here's most of that. One, broken pillars, but I think this is really kind of designed to be a parts kit for this stuff, and looks kind of like a basket case at the moment, but hopefully we can do something with it. This is a 59 Brookwood wagon, a nice two-door resin, or used to be, as its roof has collapsed, unfortunately. But I do love my long roofs, so that's why Shawn sent us with. Here we have someone had cut a roof off of a four-door. It's kind of bent, broken, beat up, but we do have some of these pillars, mainly this one, that hopefully we can salvage off of there. Maybe this whole kind of arching frame, and then replace those pillars for the two-door. But hopefully we can salvage this guy and make it into a cool 59 wagon. I love my wagons, can't get enough. We do have a wagon interior, so that's super helpful. Kind of a project, but we'll give it our best shot. And moving on from there. Alright, and we get into another long roof. I haven't taken this one out of the bag, but hopefully you guys can see it through the bag and can identify it. This is a Street Fighter, I do believe. Another 1960. Now we've got a sedan delivery. We got the, hopefully, a station wagon at some point, and we've seen some El Camino parts. So got a nice little 60 series going on here. I don't know if Shawn thinks I'm an absolute wizard or if he's setting me up for failure with some of these projects, but I do appreciate it, and we're going to do our best to make something cool out of them. Continuing on, we've got another one. This one's getting a little more complete as we go. This one's at least got a roof. I do believe this is a 59 Ford. Got several 59s and 60s. Ford, Chevy, Mercury. All cool by me. This one's actually got a roof on it, so that's an awesome bonus. I do prefer roofed cars, hardtop sedans, but again, another body that's probably a little bit past restoration. Somebody went to town sanding on this guy, trying to clean it up, but maybe we can clean it up a little better, make her into a smoothed out custom, and try to finish what they attempted to start with it. But should be another cool, fun project. Moving on to the next one. Like I said, we've got 59 60s. Here we see a 60 El Camino. Definitely one that's been high on my list. Super excited about this guy. A nice candidate to rebuild. I mean, a little rough around the edges, but hopefully we can make something cool out of it. This one is missing the hood. We've got a broken frame and stuff like that, so I think we can use those other nose pieces to kind of get this one together. But it is a pretty good, decent foundation to build up on. Of course, we got our interior, and we do have a frame with this guy, along with those bumpers. Kind of the important part for a lot of these older kits. Okay, we've seen some Chevys, some Fords, some Mercurys. How about one from the other big three? And here we got a 1960 Plymouth station wagon. Another awesome looking long rough. Absolutely beautiful car. Love the big Virgil Exner wild styling. Check out that front end. That is super cool. Same with the fins. We do have our bumpers, missing taillights. That's going to be kind of my nemesis. I've got like 4 of them now I need taillights for, but in due time, I guess. But super excited to have this guy. It's just a gorgeous looking car. It does have a little split there. I don't know if this is a promo body. I've never actually owned a promo. I've only had the kit cars. Anybody can tell. I mean, it is Johan frame, and it's a Johan body, I do believe, but you have to let me know. Like, the hood has been kind of glued down. Looks a little different than I would expect from a model kit. I don't know what you guys can tell me. If that's like a factory paint job on a promo. Like I said, I've never owned an actual promo car before, so it just kind of sticks out a little bit to me. But either way, it's going to make a dang cool looking wagon. You know, we'll have to hunt down some taillights, put that on the list with like my 62 Special and that 60 Park Lane and a few others. But all right, kind of moving up again. A little less project-y type cars, a little less labor intensive to go, but this is the Monogram 59 Cadillac convertible, and that's exactly what it is, just kind of in a different box. Kind of all parts of that great pink Cadillac convertible. I do assume that all the parts are here for this guy, so that'll build up into something cool. I do love big fins, big chrome. I guess I love a lot of things like that pre-73, anything that falls in that era, from customs, antiques, big fins, and chrome. I love it all. But again, another one I'm super excited about. We may build it up as a convertible, or we may build it into something else. I do have a kind of a fascination for the big flower cars, essentially a El Camino style vehicle, a converted truck. But I don't know if this would be a good choice, or converting from a hardtop, but it might be an idea for this guy. And another reason I bring that up is because of this next sweet project car. I did know this one was coming. Some of that other stuff, I had no idea what he was sending me. Just said he was gonna send me some cool stuff. So let's move into her. What goes good with a flower car, but how about a sweet old hearse? Big old Cadillac hearse. This is awesome. And then AMT did put out the ambulance, so we got a lot of these cool giant long roofs, big chrome cars. Again, this one I am super excited about. Definitely cool. I don't know if I need to steal anything from the Monogram kits, because we do have, you know, bumpers with this one. As you can see, it's got a chassis pan, and it does have an interior in there. Of course, the resin body. We do have fins and wheels and chrome and steering wheel, a bunch of other stuff. So I do assume that this is mostly a complete kit, but that thing is just wicked cool. I'm really torn between building this just as what it is, a nice looking hearse, or we do something a little more wilder with it. But it'll likely just turn into a basic hearse until the next one comes around. I'm kind of that way where if it's a little rare, I prefer to go kind of a factory stock or original type car, and then we'll go a little nutty with the next one. But that one's going to be fun, and I look forward to it. Okay, guys, we're getting into the last couple kits, but these 2 or 3 are really the meat and potatoes behind this package. And again, I said that this is kind of a gift or a trade, and kind of call it a collaboration, however you want to put it. But to break it all down, Shawn's just using me for my good looks. That's all there is to it. I don't know how else to put it, but that's the way it is. I'm just kidding. Not those kind of good looks. He is looking for some paint jobs. He really likes my paint work, and he's got a few projects he would like me to paint up for him, and he's trading me some paint work for some of that old gold plastic and just kind of some friendly collaborations. So this is super cool. I'm super excited. Not only are the kits really cool, but to be able to put some of my paintwork into his collection is kind of an honor. But moving on to this, again, the first one he came at me with is a shoebox Ford, kind of a chop top custom. We're going to do some paintwork on. He's given me full liberty to go over whatever I want. We still need to call and talk on a few things, but the only thing I do know is he wants this done in the greens that he's seen on my 500 subscriber build project. These green candies, he really liked those. So we're going to do something with green candy on this. These are all the Tamiya clears over different silvers. But also another kind of point of reference, just to give you a little idea, we have the green candies on this gasser. Again, just the candies here, give you a little kind of teaser of what it could look like. Again, obviously not going to be camo painted, but kind of that green candy look. I prefer these lead sleds in a more milder paint job. Obviously we can do some custom work. It's not going to be super wild like the Galaxy or anything like that, but I think we can maybe throw in a fade or something. I've got a few ideas rattling around. We'll start laying some tape and some color and see where it goes from there. So again, look for this in the super near future. I am definitely itching to do some of the shiny paint and candy paint jobs. The last couple have been rustied and weathered projects, so I've got the itch to do some fancy paint jobs. And last but not least are these 2 really cool trucks. See if anybody recognizes them. Call that one for Shawn and one for me. Yes, these are the AMP or SMP 1960 Chevy Apache trucks. AMT does have the 1960 out, but it's not the Apache and it's not the long bed. These are the true OGs, the originals. These are super cool. I've never seen these in person before. These are gorgeous looking trucks. Love that Apache chrome work down the side. Again, Shawn said do whatever you want, make them look cool. I think I mentioned it earlier that with the kind of the originals and the first O's, I like to keep them kind of stock original. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go factory stock or we do some custom paint. Big thing I do want to leave is that chrome. It's kind of a signature to these original Apaches, as well as that long bed, of course. But these are some really nice looking pickups, really nice condition, and I think we can do some cool stuff. If you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see me do on these, please let me know. I do have a couple of ideas. Again, whether we go factory stock or maybe a little more modern colors, or maybe we do something a little wilder with the paint. It's undecided yet with me or Shawn, but I think Shawn is open to whatever. But these are wicked cool. This one is kind of a complete. He kept a lot of his parts for his, but that tonneau cover is pretty nice and would make for a cool custom pickup. We do have the grills and everything in a bag. We got a little engine hiding down in there. The full interior. What an awesome little kit here. And another one I'm looking forward to doing up. Again, if you guys have any ideas, thoughts, comments, let me know down below, and look for some really cool paintwork and collaborations in the future.